Blog Talk Radio.
Ten, nine, eight, seven, six, five, four, three, two, one, zero.
To the balance. My name is Tom Mike Wills, Presidente. Here we are. We are going to decide this weekend who's going to be in the Super Bowl. 516 is my digits. We've got a great show on tap. Matthew Embry is standing by in the balance green room. We had a little bit of a late start today, but we are good to go. I think we're going to get snowed in yet again here in Indianapolis, and that's okay. I'm prepared here in the west suburbs, high atop the Balance Studios in Indianapolis, Indiana. Well, it's not going to be the Colts. We know that, so it's going to be either the Kansas City Chiefs, we hope, or the New England Patriots. We do not hope. And then, of course, the Rams. Do you remember, like, earlier on this year, way back, and I do have the audio to prove it, there's a reason that all of our shows are created with audio. That means that I could go back and tell you that the St. Louis, nope, the Los Angeles, yes, the Los Angeles Rams would be in the Super Bowl. There is that possibility, but they've got to get past the New Orleans Saints. We're going to be talking some college hoops and some Indy car racing with Matthew Embry at WSBT and up in Notre Dame country first. And then we're going to get into the NFL playoff talk. Who is going to be in the Super Bowl? My name is Tom Mike Wills, Presidente. Stand by. It's about to get good right here on the Balance Radio Network.
Tonight.
The Air National Guard is a reserve component of the United States Air Force and serves alongside active-duty Air Force members in times of a national crisis. In addition, the Air Guard serves the state and local community in a wide range of capacities. The reason people join the Air Guard is as diverse as our members and includes such reasons as a deep desire to serve their country, money for college, travel, new job skills, and the pride that goes along with belonging to the greatest military organization in the world. I joined because I felt a calling to serve my country, but I didn't want to be far away from my family, so the Indiana Air National Guard was a perfect fit for me. With over 95 different career opportunities to choose from and 100% paid college tuition to any state-funded college, why not give us a call? Call 1-800-841-3103 or visit online at goang.com to find out more. Again, that's 1-800-841-3103. The Air National Guard, guarding America, defending freedom.
It's double trouble, double the fun at African Safari Wildlife Park in Port Clinton, Ohio. See the largest antelope on Earth, the giant eland, and the ugliest creature on Earth, the African warthog. There's so much to see and do, including the Midwest's only drive-through safari. Feed the animals, see live educational shows, feel the excitement. Have your picture taken with a python or cockatoo. Feel the adventure. Shop the Symbol Lodge gift shop with items available from around the globe. Visit the snack bar or picnic facilities. Enjoy a pony or camel ride. Or cheer your favorite porker on to victory in the famous Pork Chop Down. Bring your family to see the rare and exotic animals at African Safari Wildlife Park in Port Clinton, Ohio. Just take Route 2 to the Route 53 North exit and follow the sign. Only 17 miles west of Cedar Point via Route 6. Open every day, rain or shine.
When you don't go to Geico.com, car insurance can be confusing. Like Swedish techno confusing.
Bark, bark, meow, meow. Dance with me, purple cow. Bark, bark, meow, meow. Ooh, you lovely cow.
Geico makes it easy. With 24/7 access, all you have to do is go to Geico.com and you could save money on car insurance. It just makes sense. Unlike, you know.
Dance with me, purple cow. I like your moves.
When you don't go to Geico.com, car insurance can be hard. Like early 90s heavy metal hard.
I'm yelling and screaming, and I'm loud. Roar.
Geico makes it easy. You can review and update your policy or report a claim on Geico.com or the Geico mobile app. Because shouldn't we all have a little less stress in our lives?
I'm not even upset about it.
All right, and welcome back. My name is Sean Microsoft Presidente. 917-889-8516 is our digits. We are standing by for Operation Hibernation Weekend here in Indianapolis, Part 2. Have you guys started getting the snow up north there, Matthew Embry, WSBT? I know you're up in the Indiana-Michigan borderline. What's going on up north there, sir?
Really want to know, huh?
I want to know. The world wants to know. The nation wants to know.
I had to head out for the, to run the Notre Dame North Carolina State game, but you'll be interested to see how that one goes today. But it's sad with all the bad snow. The Oregon Donor Classic created by Ron Lindsay, the former head coach at Anderson High School, now the head coach at Mishawaka, had to be canceled this weekend. There was going to be a 5-game classic culminated with the matchup between Mishawaka and Lakeland around 8:30 tonight. So, unfortunately, the bad weather has put a stop to that event. That was going to be a big money event, which we would provide a lot of money to the Indiana Donor Network. So, from that point, it's disappointing the snow had to come this weekend because that was going to be a big event.
Well, you know what is the snow? It's wintertime. We always wonder what happened. And let's before we get into our college hoop talk and our racing talk and all this stuff that we're going to talk about. Let's talk about what happened to the Indianapolis Colts and the Kansas City Chiefs. Last week, the Indianapolis Colts couldn't put anything together against those Kansas City Chiefs. Can we hope that this eclipse and in all the numerology that you could do, the Chiefs are a 3-point favorite, and guess what? When you add up Andrew, I got him on my mind. When you add up Tom Brady's jersey, it comes to number 3. You do all the numerology, it all adds up to 3. An eclipse, a total eclipse is the new covers the old. My gosh, there's all kinds of things in their favor if you want to go juju with the Kansas City Chiefs and the New England Patriots. Let's talk a little bit about that. Then we'll get into some of the other stuff that we have on task here with you and I, Matthew. But honestly, the Indianapolis Colts and the Kansas City Chiefs, last week we thought it was going to be a lot closer battle than it was. But the Indianapolis Colts fell short. What was your takeaways of that game?
Well, keep in mind, before the season started, a lot of people thought Indianapolis had no business being in the playoffs, considering they had, a lot of limitations at the wide receiver position beyond T.Y. Hilton. There was questions in the running game, the offensive line, and then obviously how healthy Andrew Luck was going to be. So they certainly overachieved getting to the playoffs. But once they got there, though, I think it's clear The Chiefs got the big run started early. The Colts made a couple mistakes, fell behind, and they never recovered. And they couldn't have afforded to do that with the way they're Kansas City and Mahomes could put points on the board. And unfortunately, that happened. When it did, the bottom really, or the roof really came on them early. And by then, I don't know if they gave up or what the situation was, but I think they've had to feel that their chances are pretty much zero once they fell 21-0 behind early in the second.
Well, we're going to get into Super Bowl talk later on in the show, but what are your thoughts? Who's going to be representing down in Atlanta this year? Matt, can you hear me?
Yep.
Who do you think is going to be representing down in Atlanta this year?
Well, unfortunately, I think the Patriots are going to find a way to win. They're saved their best for last, as they always do.
My man. I curse you.
They have the experience right now, and I think eventually the aggressive offense for Mahomes and company in Kansas City is going to catch up with them, and I think this weekend is what the time is going to catch up to. And unfortunately for fans of Kansas City, it's probably going to happen at the worst time possible. But the experience has to account for something as far as Belichick, Brady, and that team. And I think it's going to go into full force coming up on Sunday. We'll find a way to win this ball game.
We're talking with Matthew Embry. He wears a lot of hats on the show. He's our official IndyCar contributor. Also, he talks college football, college hoops with us. We're going to get into this Notre Dame, North Carolina State game here in a moment here. But before we do that, let's take some time and just backstep here. Glenn Wood passed away. Many people know, especially if you follow NASCAR. You and I know Glenn Wood very, very, very well. Obviously part of the Wood family, very much part of the NASCAR legacy. Let's talk a little bit about Glenn Wood and the impact that he had on NASCAR racing.
Certainly, Glenn Wood was a part of it from the word go, dating back to the 40s and throughout. Not as competitive as they've been in years past, especially during their heydays in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, but, of course, still won it at Daytona 500 in 2011 with Trevor Bayne. And you look at the possibilities there, certainly a team that's decent with Paul Menard under Roger Penske's guidance. And, disappointing what happened, but at the same time, Glenn had some health problems over the last few years. Was just hanging on at this point. Really was never making appearances at the track as he had in years past. He and his brother Leonard both, but he certainly had a good play, and then of course had a role a little bit as well in the success of Jim Clark's program at the Indianapolis 500 in the year he won in 1965. So certainly. Not just in NASCAR effective, he was effective in a lot of different forms of auto racing. The Woods, especially Glenn Wood, for one.
Yeah, absolutely. Glenn Wood dies at 93 years old, had a great life. Glenn Wood certainly was the patriotic, if you will, of Wood Brothers Racing Team, as you mentioned, and him and his brother Leonard. They announced it on social media, didn't really announce the cause, but certainly, as you mentioned, Mr. Wood, along with his younger brother Leonard, co-founded the Wood Brothers Racing Team back in 1950, won 4 races over an 11-year career. Glenn Wood in 1998 was named one of NASCAR's 50 most greatest drivers, a list that included 20 drivers that had once raced in a Wood Brothers car. Certainly, he made an impact in NASCAR. He was also a member of the Virginia Sports Hall of Fame. In 2011, was elected to the Hall of Fame. The Wood Brothers Race Team, and I'm doing a quote here, the Wood Brothers Race Team, by any measure, has been one of the most successful, most racing operations in history of NASCAR, said Bill Ford, member of Ford Board of Directors. Glenn was an innovator who, along with his family, and changed the sport itself. certainly a major impact, and we mourn his loss, and our thoughts and prayers go out to the Wood family. But yeah, Glenn Wood was certainly, when you measure up and say there's somebody that's somebody I want to be like, that's somebody that we're gonna measure against. That Glenn Wood was one of that. And